The Super Bowl is set, ladies and gentlemen. How's everybody doing today? This is another episode of Will's Sports Show. Um, what a day yesterday. What a day yesterday in football. Championship Sunday. We got a lot to dive into. Definitely want to focus on the two games yesterday. But it's Mahomes versus Brady, man. It's Super Bowl 55. I mean, you can't ask for a more intriguing matchup, than this. We all know at the end of the day, the media, everybody's going to spotlight, um, the two quarterbacks, but it's more to it. I feel like, we're definitely going to dive into that within probably next week, because, remember, it's a 2 week thing with the Super Bowl. Not going to be so much hoopla because of COVID and with restrictions. So it's not really going to be Super Bowl week, which is going to suck. But we're going to dive more into that with Kansas City and Tampa Bay. And probably within the weeks to come. Later on the week or next week. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the first team ever that's gonna play in a Super Bowl in their home stadium. I mean, I never thought that would happen, but it did. But it's just unbelievable. We're gonna start with an NFC Championship game, and with Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers and Green Bay and Tampa Bay. First and foremost, let's just get this off the bat. I mean, as much as I'm sure a lot of people couldn't stand Tom Brady when he was in New England, yours truly, and also probably still don't stand him. What this guy has done, you can't. It's speechless. This man is 43 years old and he's going to his 10th Super Bowl. You know, Obviously the first time he's going with the different team. He's only like the third quarterback to you know playing the Super Bowl with two different teams, and it's just remarkable what this guy's done, man. Now I'm not gonna lie, I didn't expect Tampa Bay to go in the Lambeau Field in the cold against Aaron Rodgers and win, only because I felt like it was Aaron Rodgers' time finally. He finally had a home, game in the NFC Championship. But you know, Brady just continues to show why he is the best quarterback in NFL history. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. In my opinion, I felt when they came back down 25 against Atlanta, and the Falcons should never even blew that game. I felt like that was, and he won his fifth Super Bowl. I felt like that was when he, stamped himself as the best quarterback in NFL history. But that being said, Brady didn't have a great game. He threw a couple of picks, late in the third and in the fourth. And listen, Green Bay had a chance to come back. They had a chance to come back. When you got great quarterbacks like Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady and Drew Brees, you gotta stomp them when they down. And you know, the Tampa Bay defense made enough plays, to hold on to the victory. Now, they should have never gave up that, that fourth down play with time running out in the second quarter. That killed them. Can't play defense like that. That was a horrible defensive call by the Packers. Rodgers threw a key pick. Jones key fumble in the third quarter. But the play that everybody's going to talk about is why didn't Matt LaFleur go for it on fourth down? And it's just mind-boggling. Down by 8 points, with 2 minutes left, you got to go for it. I mean, you don't have enough time left to get the ball back. You know how Brady is. You know he has an opportunity to ice the game right there. Now, if it was 3 minutes left, 4 minutes left, okay. But you got to go for broke. And on top of that, you got Aaron Rodgers. So I don't understand what is the problem. And on top of that, I felt Aaron Rodgers should have ran for the touchdown as well. He had an open space, but 31-26, 2 minutes left, and it's just hard, man. It's hard to just stop somebody, get the ball back with not that much time remaining, and you got Brady there, so you know then the key pass interference call or a holding call, um, when it was third down, that Green Bay could have got the ball back, and they called it. It was a late flag, but they called it. It was the right call. It's just that the flag came out late. So, that basically iced it right there. Um, and it's just unbelievable. Just unbelievable. You know, Tampa Bay hasn't made it. The last time they won a playoff game was the last time they won a Super Bowl was in 2002. And now they're going back. This is their second, appearance in the Super Bowl as a franchise. And it's going to be a unique one. I mean, it's so fitting that the first time that a team is going to play in their own stadium in the Super Bowl is during a pandemic year. So it's not going to be, obviously the stadium is not going to be filled to the brim, but it's going to be very interesting to see, how the home crowd is, and, how many Tampa Bay fans are going to be there, how many Kansas City fans are going to be there. But it's just really it was a very interesting NFC Championship game for a lot of reasons. What's gonna happen with Aaron Rodgers? I mean, after the game he said it's a lot of uncertainty that's going on. Don't know who's coming back, himself included. I mean, he doesn't know. Can the Packers really let Aaron Rodgers go? It could happen. I mean, is he really that ticked off with Matt LaFleur about that call, or what is going to happen with Aaron Rodgers, man? If he decides to go and decides that he wants to get traded, I mean, you talk about almost everybody in the National Football League that should get him if it comes to that. It's just going to be just unbelievable. To say the least, if that happens, but it's tough. It's tough for A-Rod right now, man. It's I'm sure he's frustrated. This is again the fourth time he's been to the NFC Championship game after he won his Super Bowl, and again he comes out short. This one may hurt the most because they was at home, and he lost to Brady. They never faced off in the Super Bowl, but they faced off yesterday, and Brady he did it again, and now he has a chance to get a seventh freaking Super Bowl. I mean, and it's just remarkable, man. It's just remarkable. Him and LeBron is the only, athletes, other than I think Bill Russell, to make it to at least 10 championship rounds. He has a chance to get a seventh. I mean, if he finds a way to beat the Chiefs, I mean, what else can you say? This is just a crazy, time, right now, and it's just remarkable what this guy's done. I personally thought that they was gonna fall short, but you can never bet on Brady. So, all in all, it was a great game. Two great quarterbacks, two number 12s facing off each other, and Tampa Bay made enough plays to win. You knew that Green Bay was gonna come back, but they just fell short. And on the Tampa goes Tampa, if that if that makes any, if that sounds weird, but that's the case, right now. So you got that one side in the NFC, and in the AFC, not surprisingly, Kansas City is going back to the Super Bowl. They, yesterday was their third straight conference championship game. At least I was right on beginning of the playoffs, I picked Green Bay and Kansas City. I was almost on point with my picks, but one out of two is not bad. But Mahomes, listen, when Harmon muffed that punt, and the Bills recovered and they scored a touchdown, now nothing. You're like, oh my God, like Buffalo could really, pull off the upset, but you're like, wait a minute, 9-0. That's nothing to the Chiefs and Mahomes. So, and from there they just went to work. I mean, they're like a video game. They're like the Harlem Globetrotters. Their offense is just unbelievable. Mahomes is the leader, and he got his toys with Hill and Kelsey, Harmon. It's just unbelievable what this Chiefs team do. They just make you look like an average team all the time, and the Bills have a great defense, and they just made sure that they stomped them when they was down. You know, it's just the Bills just didn't have enough. The Bills are a good team. I honestly think maybe if the Bills played anybody else, they would have had a shot. But nothing phases this team. Nothing phases the coach. Eric Bieniemy. Can somebody please hire that man, please? I'm sure Kansas City would love to keep him, but it's a shame that he doesn't have a head coaching job. The great job he does with Andy Reid. You know, and you got Mahomes, man. Mahomes is the youngest quarterback, um, you know, under the age of I think 25 or 26 to make it to back-to-back Super Bowls. It's just unbelievable. You know, this is gonna be a good one. I really just feel like this is gonna be like a classic Super Bowl. I really feel like I won't be surprised if this goes to overtime. You know, I know when the Patriots played the Falcons, it went to overtime, but you know, the Patriots came back. I just feel like I won't be surprised if this goes back and forth, back and forth. You know, but we're gonna have a lot to dial into. Like I said, I'm definitely gonna be talking about the game. Come and get more dial into it. You know, matchups. But Kansas City again, the Lamar Hunt Trophy stays in Kansas City, where it's rightfully owner, God bless his soul, Lamar Hunt. You know, is was the owner of the Chiefs. So it's just back to Kansas City. It's just amazing what this team does. Just a great, great, great team, just great organization, and it's just gonna be really, really fun. Steve Spagnuolo, facing against Brady again. Remember Spags was the defense coordinator for my Giants, and he had the game plan for Brady. What his Todd Bowles got dialed up against Mahomes in that offense. So again, there's gonna be a lot of intriguing stories going on you know uh, going on for the Super Bowl. So but like I said, Kansas City was just too much. Kelsey just unbelievable. Tyreek Hill unbelievable. And they the champs, man. They the champs. They got a chance to repeat. And go figure, the last time a team has repeated was with Brady when he was in the Patriots from '03 and '04. So we'll see. I'm not. I honestly, I'm gonna wait until I come out with my next show to have a prediction, um, and what's the score and everything. I'm gonna have one show where I'm just gonna break down nothing but the Super Bowl and the matchups and what I feel is gonna happen and what should happen, and it's just an exciting time, man. I'm very interested though to see how this is gonna be with the Super Bowl because, like I said, we in a pandemic, and it's not gonna be the same hoopla like it was before. It's not gonna be Super Bowl week. The teams are probably gonna travel. Well, Kansas City is probably gonna travel later, like it's a regular road game in a regular season. So teams are not going to be arriving a week before. It's not going to be Super Bowl week. It's not going to be, the hoopla, and which sucks. But it's very interesting to see if the hype is going to be there. Probably me. I always get that nervous energy come Super Bowl, and I'm probably still going to have it. And it's just going to be a great game, a great time. But like I said, we'll dive into that more. Bottom line is that it's Kansas City versus Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay, is the home team, literally. But anytime it's an alternate site for the Super Bowl. Majority of the time, they always alternate. The AFC is technically the home team, the NFC is technically the home team. So not only Tampa Bay is playing in their home stadium, they are officially the home team as well. So, it's just a great time. It's a great time. I feel like, Buffalo, they did all they can do, but and even Kansas City defense made some plays. So, hats off to Buffalo, man. It would have been really nice to see them going to the Super Bowl as well. It's crazy. The first time they went to the Super Bowl was against Tampa, against, my Giants. We all know what happened. So that would have been another twist to it. But, here we go. So we're definitely going to dive into that, probably next week, more about the Super Bowl. And just right quick with the NBA, with the Knicks, I got to talk about my Knicks, of course. We got one more game in this West Coast road trip against Utah. It's gonna be tough. Not happy at all. I just don't like the fact that, we get 2 games under 500, 3 games under 500, win 3 in a row, get back to 500, and we lose 2 in a row again. Should have beat Sacramento. You can say that we should have beat Portland, but when you got, Damian Lillard on the other side, dropping dimes, it's just crazy. But, Utah's going to be tough. Utah hasn't lost since we beat them. So, it's going to be a tough way to end the road trip. Hopefully we can pull it out. I don't want this team to go back down in 3 games out of 500, 4 games out of 500. Stay in that 500 range. So hopefully we could do what we got to do and find a way to win. Randall's still doing his thing. Barrett is playing well. Emmanuel Quickly, he keep playing like this, he might be in the Rookie of the Year conversation. And you would think that Toppin would have been Rookie of the Year conversation, but, Quickly is just, his nickname fits how he plays, IQ. And he's just playing out of his mind right now. He dropped 31 points, last night. And it's just amazing, what this guy's doing. Is Tibbs going to start this dude? Nobody knows. But this guy is going to be the point guard of the future for this team. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If he doesn't start this year, he damn sure may start next year. So, but hopefully we can come out with a win, tomorrow. It's going to be tough, like I said, because, Utah is just playing out of his mind. Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell probably got more fuel to the fire now that, Shaq has been getting on Rudy Gobert with his contract, and then that funny interview that, Donovan Mitchell had with Shaq inside the NBA, so they're probably gonna be more motivated. So it's gonna be tough, but we'll see, man. Listen, the Knicks, they beat the Bucks, they beat Utah, so the one thing about this team, man, they're watchable, and even when they down, you still feel like they got a chance. Whereas before, when they was down by 10, 15, you'd be like, game's over, you turn the TV off. So now it's like, all right, we still got that belief, because this team plays defense and they play hard. And, Julius Randle's playing like an all-star. Barrett is playing, like the 3rd overall pick of last year. And, it's just amazing what coaching does. I say it before, I say it again. Tibbs, Tom Thibodeau. I'm sorry, if this team makes the playoffs, he needs to be, if anything, a damn sure candidate for Coach of the Year. We'll see how the year goes. We'll see who's, gonna be, other candidates for coach of the year. But he's just squeezing every little ounce of this team right now. And you could see it. Even they lost to Portland, they wouldn't have came back like that over the past couple years, 3-4 years. They wouldn't have. So hopefully we could pull it off against Utah. You know, right quick Harden, going to the Nets, of course, and they're 1-2 since the trade has happened. They was able to find a way to beat Miami. All eyes is gonna be on the Nets. All eyes is on the Nets right now. We all know that. But again, they don't have any defense. Now, I still think that they're not gonna go to the finals. Maybe they are. Um, Hope maybe Philly could be that type of team to come out and finally be man up and take that extra step with Doc Rivers. Joel Embiid is playing out of his mind right now. You still got Milwaukee. Miami, they've been disappointing. They've taken a step back. You still got Boston. So, but if the Nets are going anywhere, they need some type of defense. I mean, they could score all the points they want, but they're not going to win anything with playing no defense. I'm not saying to be the 90s Knicks, but I mean, come on. You're not going to outscore teams like that all the time. So, we'll see. I mean, listen, they got 3 future Hall of Famers on their team. I mean, Kyrie, to me, he keeps up stuff. He could be a Hall of Famer. Durant is going to be a Hall of Famer. Harden is. They got 3 future Hall of Famers on their team. That's in their prime. That's no offense whatsoever. Durant plays some type of defense, but at the end of the day, man, they don't have no bench. So unless Durant, Kyrie, and Harden just plays out of their minds, man, I don't see them coming out the East. I really don't. So, but I could be wrong. I was wrong about Tampa Bay not going to the Super Bowl. So, but at the end of the day, we all know who the Nets might play in the finals, and I do not see them beating LeBron and AD. AD is going to get his act together eventually, and if that's the final matchup, I could see the Lakers probably winning in 6. So, but we'll see. We'll see in the upcoming weeks what's going to happen. Just on a quick note, my Yankees, thank God they finally signed DJ LeMahieu. And now Brian Cashman is waking up, smelling the coffee, making moves. Kind of questioning Adam Ottavino, trade to the Red Sox. But, I mean, I'm sure Brian Cashman has a plan. Kudos for signing Corey Kluber. Try saying that fast. And then, they got that guy from Pittsburgh, so they're addressing their pitching, and that's you can't knock that at all. So now I felt like they needed to make a move in the bullpen if they kept Adam Ottavino. Now they definitely need to get another arm in the bullpen, whether it's via trade or free agency, somebody decent that's gonna lengthen that bullpen. But just when you doubt Brian Cashman and the Yankees, they always find a way to make moves, and it started with that re-sign of DJ LeMahieu, and spring training is coming up, so we'll see what happens. Are they gonna re-sign another pitcher? Are they gonna re-sign Tanaka? I wish they would freaking get a left-handed contact bat, but can't have it all. But we're gonna see what happens in the upcoming weeks. Before spring training, and like I said, basketball season is in this peak right now, and we got time to talk about the Super Bowl, so definitely look out for that, and thank you right quick for everybody that subscribed to my page. Follow. I have a new Instagram page, Will_Love Sports. Made that page mainly for sports, so follow me on that. And my regular one, Will Geo85, you can follow me there as well. I'll be posting up some videos on the Will underscore I love sports, about just quick videos about how I feel about a certain game or anything like that. So follow me on that, and please subscribe to my page. Uh, my YouTube page, Wilton George. Follow me on that, and that's all I got for you guys. You guys have a good day, good night, stay safe, and I'll definitely holler at you guys next week.